All right, let's move on to Sunday.
All right. We start on the East Coast. Texans
Yes.
at Patriots, the 5 at the 2. Obviously, Patriots took care of business. It was ugly. It wasn't pretty against the Chargers.
4 at the 2.
And oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Sorry.
Ugly, just not a good game against the Chargers. And even though they won, I mean, Drake May didn't look great. I know he got sacked a few times. I feel like the Texan defense is obviously very good and is going to be a problem.
Yes.
But
worse than the Chargers. Worse as in, like, more scary.
Yes, correct. But also, like, I don't know. I feel like Mike Vrabel's going to bounce back and have them much more prepared and ready for this. I feel like it was the first week for a lot of these first playoff game for a lot of those guys, especially Drake. I feel like now they've kind of gotten it. They have home field, which helps. And I think Vrabel just knowing how this thing works, I think he's going to have them more prepared. So I still think it's going to be close. Part of the reason I think the Patriots, are going to sneak out of there with a win is I just think the Texan offense doesn't look that good. Like, CJ Stroud looked terrible last week. Fumbled the ball, missed direction. The snaps are all off on timing. They scored early, got that first touchdown. You're like, oh, okay, maybe they come. And then the rest of the day, I don't know what's going on with Houston's offense. They're only lucky that their defense is so damn good that they did what they did to Pittsburgh. But I don't know if that's going to be a repeat against the Patriots. I think they're going to be a little bit better prepared for what's coming at them. So I think the Patriots are going to get the win, but also the Texan defense could show up and murder everybody. So who knows? But I'm going with the Patriots for my pick, at least.
Yeah, and I think the difference here as far as the Pittsburgh comparison, which is a really good comparison, is that kind of to your point, the Patriots offense is going to be able to move the ball a little bit better. Even if they don't score, I'm not saying they're going to be high scoring, but more than what Aaron Rodgers could possibly do. The offensive line is a little bit better. Drake May is mobile, and I don't even mean mobile in a super mobile sense. I just mean more than 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers mobile.
Yes.
After Achilles tears, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's gotten to a point where he can't outrun anyone, sadly. So I just think that the Texans were preying on Aaron Rodgers just getting worn down and eventually making mistakes because there's just nothing that they could do. Whereas Drake May,
it was everyone else making mistakes around Aaron Rodgers. He was yelling at them, right? It's their fault. It's not Aaron's.
Yeah, well, yeah. What did you think I meant? You think I meant Aaron was? No, Aaron's perfect. Wait, yeah, I thought you knew that Aaron Rodgers was a perfect person. Sorry, let me make that more clear. Yeah, everyone else's fault. I'm not gonna lie though. Towards the end of the game, he did have about 0.48 seconds to throw.
I agree, but it's just it was very early in the first quarter. He was already like, it's like, bro, the game just started. Can you at least give everyone an opportunity to like kind of figure out what's going on before you start yelling and getting all pissed off? Like, we're early in the first quarter. Take a deep breath. You've been here before. You're a Super Bowl champ. What are we doing?
It's the last time that Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl was the last time that the Steelers went to the Super Bowl, and that's who he beat.
That was 15 years ago. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's rough for him. So, but I do think Josh McDaniels is going to be a little bit better than Art. Who's the OC
Arthur
there?
Smith?
Arthur Smith, yeah. I think he's going to be a little bit more dialed up. Yeah, he'll be a little bit more dialed up than Arthur Smith. Obviously, the offense is going to be a little bit more dynamic than what the Steelers could kind of drudge out there.
Yeah.
So I do think the Patriots win too. The 3.5 is about where I think it lies. I think they win by about 3 or 4, to be honest with you. So, because the Texans defense is just really stacked. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as what.
I don't expect it to be a lot of scoring on either side. It's going to be 14-17, 17-10. It's going to be low scoring because both defenses, especially Houston, and depending on the weather, if it's cold and it's not going to make anything easier on anybody. So I don't know what.
Yeah, luckily this one's not a night game like the Sunday night one for the Texans. This one's a day game, but it's still January in Foxborough. So
absolutely,
it's not going to be warm. I'll tell you that.
No, it is not. But best time of year.
All right. So the afternoon game, which kind of sucks because I really actually enjoy Sunday night football, but whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised it wasn't like a 1:30 game and a 5:00 game also on Sunday. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, doesn't make sense, but here we are. Maybe is there a Grammys or a award show on Sunday night that's going to be?
So Golden Globes just happened, so I'm not that I'm aware of, but
I don't know.
Who knows?
Rams at Bears. Bears literally got lucky to be here. Not earned it. I'm just saying, like a collapse of the Packers plus them coming back. But the Rams also kind of should feel lucky to be here because they were 10.5-point favorites this weekend, won by 3. I'm sorry. I don't know how they were 10.5-point favorites. I'm assuming Vegas lost their ass because most people should have expected the Panthers to cover. But I don't know this game, bro. The way that the Bears, If you told me that these two were going to meet up in the divisional round in week 12, I would have told you Rams are going to win heavily. But the Bears have really been like changing, and they've been kind of coming into their own. Caleb's starting to feel a lot more comfortable in this offense. Guys that I've never, Colston Loveland. I mean, he's turned Colston Loveland into, I thought this guy was a good first round pick, to I can't believe this guy wasn't the number 1 overall pick, it seems. You know what I mean? Because he's just, I mean, the connection's great. Luther Burden, I think he got hurt, but DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Swift out of the back, Manungai out the back. The guy's got weapons for days. It's going to be really tough on the Rams, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be a really tough matchup for them. I think they would be able to handle the Packers, actually, no problem. That's kind of why I was hoping for them. Plus, they'd be at home. Well, I mean, obviously, depending on, I don't know, maybe 1-5. Yeah, they would. They would still be, because 1-6, yeah. Oh, no, 2-7. 7 would be Seattle. Okay, either way, they'd be hosting the Niners. But I do think it's going to be tough. I'm rooting for the Rams, so I'm taking the Rams. I'm going to say they don't cover the 3.5, because I say they win by a field goal, not by 4.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So as far as the
think?
game itself, this is like the hardest one for me, because I feel like this is two different styles of football, and by halftime we'll know which way this is going to go, in my opinion. Because
I agree.
the Rams tend to have great first halves, come out throwing the ball great, score a bunch of points. That's like they're typical if you look at the season. And then the second
try
half,
to hold you off. Yeah.
Yeah, they get a big lead, and then the second half they kind of take their foot off the gas, and then they allow teams to crawl back in, which is what Chicago does specifically.
Best.
They suck in the first half, and then the second half, middle third, they get something, they get a little momentum, and all of a sudden they get the spark, and it's like Caleb's a Heisman Trophy winner again out there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, true.
If we go into half and the Rams are up by like 14 or 17, the Bears are right where they want to be, as far as I'm concerned.
Oddly,
in a weird way, yes. But if it's close at halftime, or it's tied, or even the Bears have a lead, then I kind of think the Rams might make that push, because I feel like that's when they go in at halftime and Matthew Stafford kind of does what he did last week and tells them, let's go steal their hearts. Like, let's go into Chicago and let's get the fuck out of here with a win. I'm a former Lion. I've played here. I know the NFC North. Like, he's not going to be afraid of the weather. He's played in Chicago and Green Bay a million times. So I don't think anything that's going to matter. So it's all a matter of what the score is at halftime. But for some reason, I think the Rams are going to get out of there with a win. But I think it's going to be literally a last-second field goal, as you said. I don't think it's going to be anything far away or anything blown away. But also, I'm kind of rooting for the Bears to do something crazy in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't really care who wins. I'm picking the Rams, but I would love for the Bears to be down at half by 15 or 18, and in the fourth quarter score 24 points and somehow sneak out with a win and go to the NFC title game. I did pick the Bears to win. I did pick the Bears to win and get to the playoffs and do well this all year, so I'm going to follow that as far as, like, my heart goes.
But you picked the Rams too.
But my head, I'm picking the Rams.
You picked the Rams too to do well. I remember.
That's true. I did. Well, I didn't expect the whole NFC West to be this good. I just picked the Rams. 3 out of the 4 teams.
Well, except my team, of course. Yeah.
Are the NFC West, are in the conference. 4 final teams here.
And 2 out of the 4 teams in your conference, in your division, made it to the playoffs too. But
cool, not me.
Yeah, not me. I don't know why you're so happy about the NFC West. It was the one team that didn't make it. Was my favorite.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I kind of forgot about the Cardinals in the NFC West. I was just, because we were talking about the 3 teams in it. My bad. I should have brought that up. So
it's fine. I suck.
The stab right back is fair then.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. You get it now.